Who's ready for part 2? Okay. At first, I didn't really want to make this video. Then I realized, yeah, I really want to make this video. So, part 2 is going to consist of things I wish I would have touched on a little more in part 1. How I feel about her general attitude towards people. And number 3, I forgot, but I'm hoping I'll remember along the way. So, yeah. I think this video might be a little shorter than the first one, but you never know. This is unplanned, unscripted, and I have no idea what I'm doing really, so I'm just gonna try my best, and you're gonna come along with me, hopefully. So, yeah. First, I would like to start with her attitude towards people. Or what I've seen of her attitude towards people. I don't know, maybe she could be the nicest person on earth. Maybe she might be the best person, but I don't know her personally, so I can't say. But what I can say from what I've watched, she seems rather self-centered or selfish at some points. I'm not saying all the time, but I'm saying at most points she does. If any of you have ever watched the mini games she puts out, she always talks about how basically terrible Chris Ian's voice actor is, basically. Now you might be saying, Isabel, she's just joking. They're all just joking. It's very fun. And I'm like, yeah, okay. It was funny the first time. The second time a little. The 5,000 times after, it seems a little rude to the voice actor himself. And they can't even tell them apart because they literally call them by their characters' names in these mini games when they're supposed to be playing as themselves. But they can't even tell apart the character from the voice actor because they don't even bother to call them by their names. I mean, in the first few mini games, at the least they had the decency to say their first names, and then suddenly, by Moika, by Keston, by Shadow, I don't know his real name, but and hello, Zane, Kawhi-chan, and Pierce, and they even call Chris Ian, and you might be saying, but Isabel, it's just their voice actor, and it makes it easier and stuff. I know, but they're supposed to be playing as themselves, not as their voice actors. Not that it matters that much, because all these mini games are planned and scripted, so therefore it doesn't really matter that much. But I feel like in the script she writes, hey, make fun of Ian/Chris whenever you get the chance. And maybe I'm reading into it too much, but it just seems rude to him. I mean, he might be fine with it. I might be making a deal out of nothing. But to me, it just is personally very rude to him. So, and, yeah, it's just, blah, blah, blah. Also, you can tell in those mini games she's on creative mode. Maybe not the whole game's on creative mode, but her personally is on creative mode. I will stand by this claim. She is on creative mode. There is no way she's been doing all this in survival mode. I can barely do survival mode. And they're like, yeah, but you're a minor. You're stupid. I'm like, okay. I'm sure a stupid minor could still go on survival, but I can't. Also, something I would like to talk more about is how she always makes herself not the main character per se, but the center of every guy's attention. Okay, I get it. She wants her character to be the main character. I am perfectly fine with that. But does she have to make every single guy fawn over her? Is that a bad thing that I want, her love interest, we all know who she's gonna end up with, by the way, but her love interest to be interested in someone else? In Phoenix Drop High Season 2, what if Gar found he and Ivy had a mutual understanding? He started to care about her, respect her, maybe not love her because it's written in the script that he has to love Aphmau, but maybe he grows fond of her, but then realizes that it was just never meant to be. Not like he and Aphmau were meant to be either, but hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves yet. Like, is it wrong that I wanted them to be, like, interested in someone else? This is just my opinion, by the way. But, I'm, like, I find it impossible for a human being to just have one crush their entire life. One crush their entire life. And you might be saying, yeah, but some guys meet in high school and get married and, like, they were, like, their only boyfriend and girlfriend. Yes. Boyfriend and girlfriend. My own grandparents were boyfriend and girlfriend in high school and got married. But I'm saying crush. An infatuation with someone. Liking someone. Not going out with them, but liking someone. I don't think Garth just had that one crush on Aphmau his entire freaking life, and then once she dumps him, just never gets interested in someone else. Sure, it might sting, but because he liked her or loved her, but he could. As they say, there's other fish in the sea, and they were hinting something in Level of Paradise about him and Ivy going back together, but that's okay. We don't care about Ivy anymore, or any of the side characters anymore. We must remember that. Also, yeah, Lawrence's sister Cadenza, I think they just should have made Lawrence a single child because Cadenza was, like, unimportant. They should have just made Garth and Zane siblings too, just because I love Vlad so much. He's one of my favorite characters, but they should have just not made them siblings because, like, no one remembers Vlad. Vlad gets, like, tossed aside, so it doesn't even matter. And then what else? Oh, the Ian and Aphmau thing was absolutely disgusting. I already mentioned this, but like, Ian was obsessed with her. He was obsessive towards her, and then they make them have siblings. I personally wish they didn't make Ian evil because I really liked him when he and Aph were friends and before he turned, like, all evil and stuff. Like, I was okay with the writing decision that they were going at. They just didn't need to add that they were half siblings. Like, that just made it extra disgusting and extra terrible. Also, Travis. Okay, I have, like, three main favorite characters: Kwai-chan, Travis, and Vlad. And I understand that there are issues with these characters too, but, like, they are still my favorites. I'm not saying they don't have any problems, but they are my favorites. But, like, Travis, he and Aphmau were friends in Phoenix Drop High. But then, in My Street Season 1, they act like they don't know each other. And you're probably thinking, but Isabel, she hasn't thought that far yet. Yes, so just don't make them friends in high school, make life easier. I love the not alone buddies thing. I love their friendship, but their friendship kind of gets out the window during My Street. They don't even know each other. Okay, besides My Street Season 6, the last scene, basically in the last episode, name one interaction like they had is, like, talking about their past friendship or just acting like friends in general without there being a group. Please, if you find a moment for me, I would love to know. And then, yeah, he and Caitlin have this, like, abusive relationship that no one cares to, like, think about. And I realized I just went all off on, like, I'm sorry I got sidetracked. I was talking about her personality, then I talked about the characters, and I'm really sorry. I might just go all over the place. And yeah, and those mini games are so boring. Like, all my watch list, it's all Aphmau stuff because I'm trying to catch up, but I can't find, like, the heart to do it because they're so boring and it's so annoying. Oh, they're redoing Diaries. I think I mentioned this before. I don't hate it. I don't love it either, but I don't hate it by any means. I mean, I I really think she should have just finished season 3 and got that whole mess out of the way before she went and started redoing it. But I can't really make that decision, so yeah. And then there's Aaron. Yeah, so this guy has a rough life, basically, but I'm not an Aaron fan. I know, come burn me at the stake, do whatever the heck you want, but I'm not an Aaron fan. At first I thought him okay, but then I realized he was Aphmau's partner in literally everything that's ever been created, so therefore I kind of just, don't really care about him. He's not really that deep of a character. Okay, he has, I don't know, trauma? I guess, a severe fear of, hurting people and stuff. But besides that, and, him being alpha and werewolf guy and blind now, apparently, what does he do? What hobby does he have? What does he like to do? What's he like when you take away all that fear? When you take away Aphmau, when you take away fear, when you take away, basically, I don't know, the things they make that make Aaron in this series, what is he like? I like that episode where, the babes were, hitting on Aaron or something like that at the beach. I forgot what it's called. And he was just having fun and playing volleyball with, his friends, a normal person. It also bugs me, and not just Aphmau series, but all series in general, that if you have a significant other, you can't do anything without them. Because God forbid you try to go to the movies with a friend or go on a run by yourself. Because, we need to do everything together. Because if we don't, that means we don't like each other anymore. And that means we cannot be together. But, seriously, there's not a problem with doing something separately than others. And I might just make a whole video dedicated to what I think about relationships and TVs and stuff. Because that's Oh, also her children audience. I'm not sure if she's aware, but I think she attracts quite a lot of children. I don't know how old the age range is maybe, but she attracts a lot of child audiences that she doesn't care to acknowledge in any way. I might be wrong, but to me, she has some sly references to more adultish stuff, I guess, and that children won't understand. And you're probably thinking, okay, if the children doesn't understand the joke, it doesn't really matter, but it might matter to guess who? That child's parent. And maybe even her own children watch her stuff, and maybe that will be fine for her children because they're her children, but maybe not to other parents who maybe don't want their child to hear these sly references, or I don't know what else to call them because I don't want to say anything inappropriate. So, and she doesn't even put an age range on any of her stuff. My feelings, 12 and up. That's it. But I just feel she needs to put an age range. This other guy I watch, he does nothing but curse a few times, but he even put an age range up for 13 and up, for children, not for children, but you get what I'm saying. Blah, blah, blah. Why does she make this so difficult? And then there was a character I wanted to complain about, but I forgot who at the moment, so give me a minute. Maybe just Aphmau character. She's a Mary Sue, basically, the Aphmau character. She's a savior, she's a goddess, she's a whatever the heck she wants to be, basically. She has all the men fawning over her. If only real life was like that. And yeah, I think she's a Mary Sue, basically. who gets whatever the heck she wants, and you're thinking, but what about her dad who abandoned her? Well then, guess what? She doesn't really seem that concerned about him till like maybe season 5, 6 maybe? She never really brings him up except like 1 or 2 times, so it doesn't really bother her that much until the plot demands it bothers her. I miss my street as like a fun, happy-go-lucky. I always thought Minecraft Diaries was the one with the serious plot and stuff, but yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then yeah, I just miss her old content basically. I'm not against her new ones, but I don't like it as much. I find her kind of shallow too, because like it seems like she wants to be like here, I'm gonna go back to the minigame thing. Like, I know you might be thinking they're joking around and stuff, but I just find it kind of rude because poor Chris, he might be fine with it. They might even say in the script, like, be mean to Chris, but like after like the first 200 times, it's not funny. It's not funny. And she always makes herself out to be like the best person, the best character, the best thing in the game. But she's not. I personally enjoy seeing Chris and Keston in a video. Look, I use their real names, unlike Zane and Ian. Yeah. I'm sorry this went all over the place. I tried really hard to like plan it out in my head, but it just went off like. And if there's anything you find like annoying or like maybe some inconsistencies with it, or like maybe or your complaints on her, tell me about them in the comments and I will make another video dedicated to your guys' thoughts on it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out what to do next exactly, okay? I know I'm gonna release a video on what I don't like about Hamilton, and yeah, that's about it. And I might have a new music thing coming out soon, and and happy late 4th of July, and yeah, and peace.